Okay, so I wanted to take a couple of minutes to explain about isolation one more time. These are for students who didn't understand. It took me a long time to get it. Let's go down here and call it isolation. So what I have here is going to be a very analytical approach of how isolation is done. So here's something really simple, maybe a little bit cheesy too, but oh well. So let's call this island. Let me call this island 1, and let me call this island 2. And we got water all around, and let's say we got a continuous current flow from island 1 to island 2 because of the high tides or whatever you can call it. So basically there's a constant current that's flowing through island 1 to island 2, and we got some boats over here, and we're trying to send these boats over here automatically without any sort of discrepancies. So what I do is I insert a bunch of rocks in here, fill this area with rocks, and fill this area with rocks entirely. Now what's going to happen is this boat is going to set out because of the constant current, and it's going to come here, it's going to hit these rocks, and it's going to bounce back, then go here, then here, and eventually it's going to hit island 2. Unlike it going around the entire island 1 connecting to entire island 2, I can just connect this area to this area, and then if I want I can connect this part of the island to something else. Now the same analogy could be used on a copper boat. Imagine this entire water to be a copper sheet, and these rocks right here to be the traces that we are cutting using isolation. My wire is from here to here, but my isolation is going to cut through here and through here. Basically it's going to make 2 cuts. It's going to separate the copper, or the water as we called it. And then on the island we can basically have another set of rocks, or the traces. This constant current flow will now become what we call as positive and negative, and high potential to lower potential there will be a current flow. And just like we said, from island 1 to island 2 there will be boat flowing. In reality, in our world of electronics, it's an electron flowing from island 1 to island 2. That is it. To me, the best way to understand it was a way, why is isolation done this way? Just isolation is just what the wood, just as much as the wood does. It cuts the entire path and isolates that one path so that it makes the flow. If you look at high potential, if there's a really high potential, think of it as mini boats. If there are a lot of boats, you have to increase the width of it. So the higher the potential, you have to increase the width of your traces. You'll figure that out soon. But yes, thank you very much.